Self-doubt is a silent killer of your creativity, of your achievements. Well, the moment you start doubting your capabilities, you stop taking massive actions in your life. It kind of paralyzes your thought process. And eventually, you start behaving like a victim. Hello viewers, I am Preeti Vachani and I welcome you all to Enriching Life. So in my today's video, I'm going to share with all of you 5 tips that will help you to increase your confidence. These are also my key takeaways from the book You Got This by Evan Joseph. Before starting with the tips, I would like to tell you that confidence is a skill. Word skill means something that you can develop over a period of time. So if you work on something and if you can improve, well, that's a skill. And self-confidence is also a skill, which means that if you keep working on it, you can grow and excel to higher levels. You can develop it over a period of time. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1, repetition. When you repeat a particular task several times, your confidence level keeps on increasing. Many a times this happens with all of us that when we try something for the very first time, we are a little hesitant in doing it. We are a little skeptical. Will we be able to do it in a perfect way? So anything that you do for the first and second time, it makes you feel nervous. It makes you feel scared. The moment you start repeating that particular activity and when you do it certain number of times, you certainly develop a level of confidence. This happens through the repetition. In technical terms, this is known as practice. I'll give you a very simple example of cooking. Let's say you enter the kitchen and you are cooking something for the very first time. Well, you strictly follow the recipe. You are also nervous. How will it taste? How will your dish look like? Whether the people like it or not. So these are the thoughts that will crop up in your mind. Now, as you are doing it for the first time, you are highly skeptical. What will be the outcome? But tell me honestly, if you have cooked something for 8 to 10 times and when you cook the same dish for the 11th time or the 15th time or the 20th time, how do you feel then? Are you nervous to the same level? The answer to this would be a no, right? Because the more you have practiced, the more you repeated doing it, so you cooked it for several times and eventually your nervousness came down and your confidence went up. So this is how you build your confidence. So repetition is a very basic and a very important tip that I wanted to give you all. Well, it sounds very cliche because everybody keeps on telling you that practice, but yes, that's the real mantra to improve your confidence levels. And yes, you need to practice consistently so as to improve your confidence. Like for example, you want to be a national level swimmer. Well, you need to repeat that particular task of swimming many times, and unless and until you do it multiple times, you are not going to master it. Your confidence level will not boost up that yes, I know all the techniques of how to swim faster. Then tip number 2 is the positive self-talk. A very important tip to increase your self-confidence. It's a psychological proven fact that our thought process and our actions in our life are highly governed by the kind of self-talks that we do on a daily basis. Now, it happens on a very subtle way. You never come to know that it actually affects your confidence level to such an extent. Majority of people always keep on telling themselves that I cannot do this, this is beyond my reach, this is impossible for me, I should not even try. And these kind of talks instill negativity inside your brain, and because of which your confidence level goes down remarkably. On the other hand, if you are somebody who keeps on telling yourself positive statements about yourself, I can very well achieve this. This is really not difficult. I can attain this goal. I'll try my level best, and I am confident enough that I will be successful. If you adopt these kind of positive talks in your life, I'm sure your confidence level will boost up. So that's really something that works, and our actions are completely in alignment with our thought process. So the way you talk to yourself, it impacts your actions. Tip number 3. Recall all your achievements. Would like to share something interesting with all of you. Well, you know that crabs are never kept in a closed container. They are always kept in an open container. I mean, no lid is required. Do you know the reason why? Well, it's a proven fact that they never allow each other to climb up and move out. So if a crab starts climbing, another one would immediately pull it down. Don't you think that this is also present around us? I mean, you will definitely find people who are having this crab mentality, who will always try to pull your leg, who will never ever can see you progressing, or who can never see other people being successful. So yes, there are people like crabs who will immediately try to pull you down with all the negative forces. They will try to demotivate you, right? So we have got enough of negativity around us. And to overcome this and to come out and emerge as a winner, as a successful person, you need to replace it with positive energy. So how do you do that? So the moment you feel demotivated, the moment people try to make you realize that you cannot achieve this is not your cup of tea, you can have a look at all your previous achievements. So try to maintain a journal wherein you keep a record of your achievements. Now that can be big or small. Go by the magnitude of it. It can be a very small achievement, but still when you read it again, when you revisit it, it creates a positive impact in your mind. It makes you think that yes, I have achieved so many things earlier, so why can't I do it now? I was the same person who did all of that, so let me do it one more time. So the more you revisit your achievements in your life, the more confident you become. So this tip will help you to boost your confidence to remarkable levels. Always revisit your previous achievements. Tip number 4. Focus and give compliment on the positive behavior. Many a times it may happen that you may commit mistakes and your confidence level will definitely go down. For example, let's say you are a teacher or a parent, and if your child or the student commits mistakes and you immediately focus on the mistakes and reprimand or scold him or her badly, now this will reduce his confidence level a lot, and next time the child would be hesitant to attempt again. Okay, so what you can do is focus on all the good things that happen during that tenure and try to appreciate the goodness. Try to appreciate the positive traits of that person, and if it's with you, try to focus and appreciate your positive traits, your qualities that you exhibit while doing that task. And the more you focus on that, your confidence level increases subsequently. Now, I'm not denying the fact that you should not rectify your mistakes. You should definitely work on your mistakes, but unless and until your confidence is boosted, you will not be able to work on your mistakes. Rather, you will go into that shell of being a victim. So in order to work upon your mistakes and become a better version of yourselves, your confidence level should be higher, and to keep it at higher levels, you should first focus on the good points. Tip number 5. Interpret feedbacks on a positive note. Whenever we get certain feedbacks from the people around us, now they could be your mentor, your teacher, your guide, your siblings, your friends, family, anybody. So anyone who gives you a feedback, never ever take it otherwise. Never ever get offended by that feedback. The more you will feel really bad about it, the more your emotions and energy are completely converted into a negative one, and this reduces your confidence to much lower levels, because you start feeling from inside, I deserve this kind of a feedback, I am good for nothing, I am not able to perform in a better way, why do I get this kind of a feedback, why the other person is applauded. So if you start taking your feedback in a negative way, well, I'm sure your confidence level will definitely become lower and lower. On the other hand, if you start taking the feedbacks on a positive note, if you know your capabilities and you believe in yourself, well, you would really understand the true meaning of those feedbacks. Those feedbacks are for your growth. They are to enhance your personality, to enhance your skills. It's not to let you down. And when you have this kind of an attitude towards the feedbacks, you will work upon yourself and your confidence level will increase substantially, because the more you will take it in a positive way, the more you will improve as a person, and the more you start improving and upgrading to your next version, definitely you become a much more confident person. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you like this video, do share it in your community. Also, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe my channel so that you always get the latest updates. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the updates about all my videos. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.